Today is bench press. Don't know if you noticed, starting to make the background look a bit nicer. So, on what day are we on today? Today is Tuesday, so it's my first session of the week. Last Friday, I felt that little pull in my pec again, and then on Sunday, when I got onto my bench, so that'll be the video prior to this one, there's a pulling sensation in my pec as I was warming up to bench. So I just did squats, benched up to 125, felt that feeling, so I didn't keep going. This is in my good pec rather than my one that's damaged, so I stopped because I'm better off getting to the competition and having no improvement on my bench but being healthy, because if I tear a pec I won't be able to squat or deadlift, and it's just not worth the risk. So today my pec feels fine, so I'm going to start loading it slowly, carefully, just with the intention of just trying to get to the competition without my pec being injured. Anyway, look at this. This looks good, doesn't it? Well, obviously it's not finished. Door there, doors there. It's supposed to be a 2.5 metre unit, and so these are sliding doors. The other side of them is like, I don't know if you won't be able to see it. It's like just a wooden design, but they're too big to go on there, so they might need cutting down. Not 100% sure yet what the plan is, but already looks better. And so we've got that bit cut out there for the power and stuff. It's like just one step at a time, making it a bit nicer, a bit better for storage and stuff as well. Anyway, so what I am doing now is I'm just going to do some really easy benching. The plan today would be 4 doubles at I think 125. So it's the easier bench session anyway. 122.5. I'm just going to go up a few kilos at a time, make sure everything feels fine, and then once I've done that, I'll be heading off to the bodybuilding gym where I will do my accessory work, because I need dumbbells and stuff, and obviously don't have them here, so I can feel my pecs working, but it's not really pain. I think it's just soreness, just DOMS. I think I'm just above the threshold of what I can do, but from next week anyway we'd start to taper down, so it might just be that I just pushed it a little bit too much. This happened a couple of weeks ago. It was prior to the 140 doubles that I felt it, so I think it was a week or so before that. I think it's just too much for my pecs to handle. My shoulders and triceps are strong, like relatively, but when it gets to a certain weight, my pecs are having to get involved more, but they don't have the strength. You are? Oh, thank you. See you later. Rach is taking some stuff for me to the post office, which is very handy, because it means I don't have to. Anyway, so I'll do this. I can't see me getting all the way up to 120, but we'll see. And then I'll head over to the bodybuilding gym. It's real busy there at the minute, which is fine, but I don't want to set up a full filming setup when I'm there, basically. So I ain't going to do that. So I'll just do it here instead. I considered getting some dumbbells here, but I don't think I quite need to do that. Squats on the other hand. So this session, tell you what, let me just do this. Actually, it's only 40 kilos, isn't it? Still, should concentrate. It's like, I don't really feel anything, but I guess it's nowhere. So anyway, not this Sunday, but the Sunday before, I think I mentioned about someone had some kids at the gym, and so I didn't film much there apart from just the sets, the singles. This week, had a bunch of friends and athletes come over too. So I think there was 6 or 7 of us, training. And to be honest, I wanted to just enjoy training with people. And obviously with this mic being clipped on my beard, I don't really want to have to stand right here with someone so you can hear them. And I haven't got another mic to clip on, with there being so many of us, and also like, I don't know what stuff they would or wouldn't want public, if you like. So I just did my training. So it'll be the last video that was uploaded, and so this is about this will be uploaded a week after this happens. So that's why I'm saying the video will be uploaded, but it already is uploaded in YouTube land. So squat, the goal was 3 singles at 227.5 or RPE 7.5, which is about 0.4, 0.42 velocity for me. So I had 227.5, super easy. I did 240, super easy. I did 250, still super easy. 0.41, I believe, so slap bang on with the velocity. So same session, last peak, I hit 215, so that's 35 kilos up, which is huge. So that's also another reason why I'm not so concerned about the bench affecting my total, because of how much squat seems to be progressing. Obviously we'll see if I keep it up. And then there was last week the paused doubles with 220. It's huge for me. This week the plan is RP 8 to 8.5 on them. So there's pragmatic me and there's delusional me. Pragmatic me is like 225, 230. Delusional me is like 240. But we'll see. Obviously I'll take it as it comes. So that'll be tomorrow actually. And then bench, I just went up to 125, like I say, felt that pulling. So it's not like, it's right in the muscle belly, and it's just as I get to the bottom and start contracting, it's like a tiny little tearing sensation. Hasn't been hurting afterwards, so I just need to do enough bench to not go backwards, basically. And I'll probably push my accessories a little bit harder than I would normally, just because I'm not doing the same stuff with the bench. So like tricep accessories, for example, today, I'll push them a little bit more. See there, I can't feel a thing, but it's probably just because there's basically no weight. And then I deadlifted. So I did 3 singles at 227.5, and by that point my velocity had died. My tracker, the battery just went on it. So I don't know how fast they were. They all felt horrible. Watching the back, they look fine, which is always the case for me for deadlifts. In my delusional me, wanted to try and keep my deadlift on par with my squats, but clearly that's not happening. But then the other thing is, my deadlift responds really well to the taper, whereas my squats and stuff, obviously they do respond to it, but it's not as dramatic. So whereas like I might squat 5-10 kilos more in competition compared to in the gym, I might deadlift 40 kilos more or something. So I'm not too concerned. I would like it to be higher, but what can you do? I'm kind of like, this is fully delusional. With the way squats are moving, I'm actually thinking like 300 is a genuine like possibility for this year. I don't think I'll be there this competition. That'd be awesome, but I don't think so. But this year, I could see that happening. So although I want to hit 700 at the competition, like, I'm still trying to look at this with one eye on the future of like being sensible and not snapping something, because honestly I think if I tear my other pec, I'll be done. I just don't want it that bad, you know. Or maybe what I would do is get a 100 kilo bench, a 300 kilo squat, and a 300 kilo deadlift. That'd be a 700, wouldn't it? It's balancing the two between pushing hard for the competition, but not pushing so hard so then I can't do stuff in the future. So that was it for Sunday session. And today, super exciting, I've got some other stuff which would be good to get an idea of where strength and whatnot is as well. See, I still can't feel anything, and I think it's just because it's so light. There's a bit like there's no tension, but I still need to do it. So I'm not looking at this session as trying to create a stimulus for adaptation. I'm looking at this session as encouraging my body to recover and basically like get blood flow to the area. I don't want to go crazy on the weight. Maybe go 80 kilos as the top load, providing it still feels fine. Because like I said, I don't want to do too much, but I just want to do enough to maintain some strength. And then after this, we'll go to the other gym. I won't bother filming when I'm there, unless it's quiet. And then, so the rest of the session, I've got machine row, like seated row, flat dumbbell press. So that'll be really pec heavy. So depending on how that feels, if that's uncomfortable in my pec, I'll go with like a neutral grip, so there's less pec involvement. Barbell front raise, 20 kilo bars, too heavy. Oh, but it's lying, so I'm lying on the bench to do the front raise. I could do that here, to be fair, but I'll already be there. Dumbbell tricep extension, so these. Dumbbell curls, and that's it. It's probably only like 35 minutes there, so not a particularly long session. This bit will probably be longer just because I'm talking. And tomorrow I'm really looking forward to the session. It's going to be heavy paused doubles, heavy for me paused deadlift, pause on the way down, and accessory stuff like normal. And then at the end of the week, we've got the singles again. Well, I've got my heavier paused bench session on Friday as well. So I basically want to, by Friday, be back to 140 on bench, if I can. So yeah, 4x2, 140 is a target. This week, I started at 135 and ended at 140. And then for my singles day, my minimum targets are 232 squat, thinking 260. Belt squats again. Oh yeah, I did belt squats the other day. Didn't film them though. Bench. So the singles are supposed to be at 145 this week. So if the paused ones are fine, then I'll do them. And then spoto press, and then deadlifts. So the deadlifts again supposed to be 232.5. I think I probably can do that. So whereas the squats I'll probably go up, the deadlifts I'm just basically hanging on. The good thing though is last peak I was only hitting one single as the top sets, whereas this time I'm hitting 3. Well, I suppose I didn't hit 3, did I, on the squats? But I hit 3 singles at the working weight or better. Yeah, I still can't feel anything. So if the working weight is 227.5, last block I would have done 227.5 for 1. This block I did 227.5 for at least 3 by 1. So 227.5 and 240 and 250. So it's 3 working reps. That's what I mean by that. So not only is it heavier, but there are also more of the lifts. And part of that is looking at my condition for hitting multiple heavy singles on the same day instead of just one. Because in competition, obviously you're doing multiple attempts on multiple lifts. That's also part of the rationale of having an SBD day. It's a bit more specific to the competition style fitness, if you like. Fitness is a very loose term when I talk about this. So yeah, and then we've got, so this is the, so pause, and we've got 2 more weeks of heavy loading. Is it a week or 2 weeks? I've already lost. So I've got 4 weeks of training left. So this week is more isos, 2 weeks of concentric, and then a peak. I think that's it. That should be good. For the singles, so this week maybe 260 for the single and squat. The week after 265. The week after 270, and the week after that we'll be competing. So last time I hit 265 in the gym, squat 272. I hit 270 in the gym, then I'll squat 277 maybe, that would be cool. Then bench. So this week, last time I hit 132 at this point, so actually bench is ahead. So even if I don't improve bench anymore and just hit the same as I did before, that'll be fine. And then deadlift. So this week should be, last time this session I did 227. So deadlift is 5 kilos ahead. So deadlift 5 up, squat 5 up, bench the same. That would be a 690 total. But the deadlift that I did was a second attempt. I didn't do a third attempt. So I think I was strong enough to go another 10 kilos on that. So that would be what that would be for a 700. So if we say 280 squat, 160 bench, what's that? 280 plus 160, that's 440. Then a 260 deadlift is 700. It's just constantly like different numbers and stuff, isn't it? Like kind of just on a loop. Anyway, this is 80. We'll see how this goes. See, I still can't feel anything there, but I don't want to make it worse. So I'll go up, because it's still like not really a working weight, is it? No, right, I did just tell you that I'll go at 80, didn't I? So this is 80. I'll stop here for today and see how things are. So I'm constantly having the battle in my mind between wanting to push harder and wanting to preserve myself. It's a fine line, and I do think sometimes I've made mistakes on both sides. Sometimes I've not pushed myself hard enough, which is probably why sometimes I've not progressed as well as I could. But then equally, sometimes I've kept pushing or pushed too hard and ended up getting injured. The not pushing hard enough, what that will end up doing is limiting your total potential by making progress slower. But pushing too hard and getting injured, that just limits your ceiling. Because if something's just broken, fundamentally destroyed or damaged or whatever, it's an irreversible change. So like, Obviously there are injuries you can get around, but if you push too much too often and end up getting hurt in an irreversible fashion, then you are limited in your progress because you just stunted your progress. So I think when I was younger, I made the mistakes of pushing too hard, which is why I ended up with the injuries. And now I'm older, I potentially make the mistake of not training hard enough sometimes. So then it's a line between training hard enough to make progress and training as hard as I could be and making progress. And to be honest, the rate of progress I'm making, I'm okay with it. It could probably be faster, but not everything is about training, unfortunately. So with that said, I'm going to go. I'm head to the gym. So I'm going, just top up my drink, get training, and I will see you. Day we're on Wednesday. If anyone's submitting any technique reviews, then I'll see you tomorrow. No. So I will see you tomorrow, innit? Tomorrow is squats. Yeah, I'll see you for my pause squats tomorrow. They should be good. Fingers crossed. Alright guys, take care.